horror follows Salem. I want to start by apologizing for the length of this story. This experience occurred over a 10-year span, and to convey the gravity of its horror, it's necessary. When I was in my late 20s, I met and married Brian. We were married for 14 years and had 2 children together, one of which has autism and other problems. This marriage was not a very good one, to say the least. Brian was a sociopath, struggled with drugs, and could be very abusive. We slept in separate rooms for majority of our marriage. This is not the only problems that Brian brought into my life. The story I am going to share is one that I don't discuss with many, mainly for fear of my ex-husband knowing what I believe caused this. He has recently gotten ill and is dying. This is my closure release as he leaves this world. Here is my story. In 1997, Brian and I had been married over a year, and I was pregnant with my son, Porter. We were living in a small apartment at the time and decided to start looking to buy. We found a home in Taylorsville, Utah that was for a great deal, but needed work. We purchased the home in December of 1998. We renovated the home that entire next year, and it was beautiful. I loved this home. A year after that, I became pregnant with my daughter, Ashley. She was born in July, and after she was born, my marriage started to deteriorate. Brian started doing drugs, etc. He moved into the basement in 2001. In 2002, Brian was going to a conference and work training being held in Salem, Massachusetts. He was going to be gone for 2 weeks. He left, and due to our terrible relationship, he was not one to call to let me know his flight landed, that he reached the hotel, or even to ask about the kids. So you can understand my surprise when he called me about 5 days after he left. I answered the phone and Brian says, "I have to tell you about this strange movie I just watched." He sounded a little wound up. His voice was high, and he was breathing hard and talking fast. I couldn't figure out why the hell he is calling about a movie. I just said, "Okay, what movie?" It was this movie about a cult that sacrificed goats to Satan for power. They went to the woods and Satan demanded a human for the amount of power the cult wanted. They took a woman that was hiking nearby, tied her up and stabbed her, then one man drowned her. I was getting a very weird feeling from this story and got a sense that this was not a movie, but he was framing it as a movie. "Why are you telling me about a movie?" I said, trying to keep my voice neutral. "Because after I watched it, I was possessed by something crazy, huh?" I was in disbelief of what he was telling me. I wanted to end the call.